All right, what's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. So my question was regarding business,
Hmm.
and more precisely, I've been really struggling on how to find a niche.
Okay.
So my question for you was, do you have advice on how do you find like a profitable niche?
Yeah. So don't worry so much about the profit because the profit is there, right? So for example, right? I mean, there's literally guys that play video games on YouTube and make huge amounts of money, right? So it's like, that no one would have said like, oh, that's a profitable niche. How are you going to make money playing video games, right? But it turns out that it is. So if you find something of interest of an audience, the money will be there for the most part, unless it's like, I can't even think of it if it's like, knitwear for homeless people or something like that. But then maybe you'll get like big benefactors that would donate, you know what I'm saying? Um, so here's what I'd say. So what you want to think about when finding a niche is you want to find something that would when people arrive at your website or your YouTube channel, they're like, oh shit, that's me. And they're like excited, right? So I'll give you a good example for me, right? So let's say that I found a YouTube channel that was ultra running for bodybuilders, right? I would be like subscribe. I wouldn't even need to watch a video. I would just be subscribed to that. I'd be excited because I'm like, holy shit, ultra running for bodybuilders, like that's me. Like there's hardly anyone doing this. Like this person gets me. I want to hear everything that they have to say about this because no one is making this content. You see what I'm saying? It's so very specific to me. So that makes it a really good niche, right? So think about, what is it that you can find a community of people around that, but a small enough, right, pond, right? So, like think about, uh, there's there's like you could say, okay, well, what about people who like football? Well, okay, that's a lot of people, right? But what about people that like football that like a specific team? Okay, that's still a lot of people. It's a smaller, right? But what about, people who like a specific team, who some aspect of it that are geeks about the stats of that team? Now you're getting to enough of a specific where certain people are going to nerd out about that and they're going to like, okay, that's me, right? Or maybe it's something else about the team, or maybe it's like, I don't know, you have to like come up with some things in areas that you're particularly maybe interested in, or that someone, but you're looking for that small slice where ultimately what you're trying to do is you're trying to get it so that when someone sees your brand, they're like, oh, that's exactly me, right? So to give you an example, like with Bulldog Mindset, if you notice, like in all my videos, I start off by saying, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, how to get the physique you want, how to get the girls you want, right? Now, the reason why I filter at the beginning of my videos by saying that is because I want, what I'm looking for is for guys that are like, fuck yeah, I want all that shit. That's what I want, right? And they're going to click subscribe automatically because they're like, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So that's kind of the best way. And then the money will come.
Okay, and when it comes to finding, those ideas of, those moments when you're like, oh, I got something that's, I mean, as you said, oh
Hmm.
shit, that's me ideas. Um, would you work? Is there is there something that like gives you ideas for that?
I
Or
mean, usually it's best to look at like the things that would interest you, right? Because that you're going to have some passion about already and have some knowledge about. So what are the things that are unique about you that maybe, that other people would also be very interested in, right? Hobbies that you have, intersections of hobbies that you have, things like that. But you can also just look at, at where people are hanging out, what kind of things are trending, what kind of things are people building communities around, or new technologies or new thing, what I'm saying? Like, and there's been a lot of people that have been successful at doing that, right? So there's like YouTube channels that are dedicated to reviewing iPhones, right? You know what I mean? And that's because it's like people are going to be obsessed about that thing. I mean, it'd probably be harder to break into that market, but you see what I'm saying? It's like, that people are going to be gravitate towards that thing. So you can always look at like a new technology, a new device, a new, whatever it is. Like in the programming world, I used to, when I would coach guys, or still even when I coach guys, a lot of times I'm like, okay, well, what's a new technology that's coming out that you could jump on and be the expert in, right? That's always something. So, just kind of look and try to figure out where are there, what are the things that people are going to gravitate around.
Okay, okay. So, and just last quick thing, would
Hmm.
you say that it's a good idea to use like I forgot how they called, but like keywords softwares? You know what like they use for to see how popular it's like keywords in order to find those niche or
You could do that. I mean, I would do that more after I picked out a niche, and then to figure out what are the words to use, right? Because what are people searching for, so that you know what it is they're searching for. But like finding the niche itself is not going to be like I feel like the keywords is not really the way to go after it. I mean, you could. I know that some people have been successful at it. Pat Flynn, when he started out, he did a lot of that. So I'm not saying that you can't do that, but I'd rather you think about the idea and what is going to connect with people, and where people are going to gravitate around a particular idea. Like I said, for me, if someone had a channel that was ultra running for bodybuilders, that would be like that would hit, and that would hit with a lot of people probably. That would, there's enough of us out there that would think that we're unique, but there's probably tens of thousands of people that would fall into that category, right? And they would buy it up. So yeah.
all right, that's great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, take care.